I'm searching the web for the latest gaming news. Searching GameZillaMedia.com. Downloading headlines.
Alexander, what about this monster story of yours?
Download complete.
Fallout 76! Huh, what do you know? Another... Oh, yeah, this is probably proper. So, it was interesting because Fallout 76 beta has been going on. It hasn't been getting a lot of love. There's a ton of bugs, which Bethesda came out and said, hey, by the way, there's going to be a lot of bugs. Just let us know what doesn't work. That's literally, word for word almost, their statement. And then for some reason, Bethesda comes out and says, to a question of how long will Fallout 76 servers be online, and the Bethesda boss says, forever.
Forever.
That was the answer to this question. So Fallout 76, unlike other games, is an online multiplayer-focused game that requires an internet connection. And that left people to ask the question, especially with the beta not faring great, as to, well, how long do you plan for the servers to be on? And the answer was, the Fallout 76 can last until the sun burns out. How long is Fallout 76 going to be up? Forever, Hines told GameSpot. He went on to say, doubling down on what he said before, I don't know how to give an answer other than that. It's not like anybody makes a game and goes, well, this is going to make it 10 years if we're lucky. Nobody thinks that way. How long has WoW been up now? And is that game planning to sunset in a year? I seriously doubt it. You are not World of Warcraft. No one is. Blizzard can't even make another World of Warcraft.
Blizzard needs to, so they can update their server engines.
But
maybe that'll be BlizzCon 2019.
I just think it's funny for a game that hasn't been getting the greatest marks, and people are already complaining about just some of the decisions made on Bethesda's side, that you're going to come out and be like, forever, until the sun burns out. And then here's another way that a company can go, oh, yeah, you know what? We really tried hard for 4 years, but no one really likes this game. And we didn't think about the cost of servers and internet and maintenance and data centers and upkeep and all these other things that come along with trying to run an online game like this. So we're going to shut it down.
I just don't understand why people can't just be honest with it. Like, why do they have to have it until the sun burns out?
Here's the bottom line. Your answer, his answer was good.
Until it's not viable to keep it up anymore.
Yeah, his answer was actually good. Does anybody come out making a game with the idea of, like, it's going to be 10 years? It's like, well, maybe not, but I mean, I remember Destiny coming out and saying, like, it's a 10-year arc. We have a 10-year plan for Destiny, right? So, like, some people do, actually. But other people don't, and they do not overpromise and just go, yeah, we're going to do it until the earth explodes. Like, no, you just be like, hey, man, you know what? It's an online game. We're going to run it until people don't want to play it anymore. Do you remember City of Heroes, City of Villains? Great MMO. Fantastic. Guess what? The servers are not up anymore. You want to know why? It didn't make any sense to keep them running with the player base that was still on it, which was practically no one. So, I hate this because it's another one of those things of just swinging for the fences here, and you're just creating disappointment because I can't imagine Bethesda says, yeah, we're going to leave it up. Even if we're losing money, even if it's costing us a lot of money, we're going to leave it up. We're going to leave it up. Promise.
Because you're not.
We promise.
It's just dumb.
Like,
even when we leave it up until it's not physically... and financially fit for us to keep it up anymore.
Yeah, even when we come out with the next online service that takes off, we're going to keep it up. So a great example, Epic Games had this game that they were pushing hard. They wanted it to be so successful. Paragon. It was the MOBA that was going to take on League of Legends. And then they made Fortnite. Okay? And guess what Fortnite did? It blew up, right? You think we all know this by now. What happened to Paragon?
They kept the servers up.
They shut it down.
Sun is still shining.
No. They shut it down. They gave away the assets. They were like, oh, do you make games via Epic Engine? Here, have all of our assets. At least we could do something with them. They shut it down because they had their cash cow. And Bethesda's not going to be any different here. They're going to make a proper Fallout game or a proper online multiplayer game. They're going to go like, oh, cool. We need these server resources to put towards our new game instead of our old game that no one plays. That's it. I hate this answer. It's just a typical overshot by the gaming industry, like we're used to seeing now, and this is just, it's bad. This is just bad. JazzE, anything else on this?
I'm gonna look up how long it is until the sun burns out.
Okay, you look that up. Tess, you got anything to say on this?
When they say it's going to be up forever, that reminds me of a quote by the illustrious Andre 3000.
Okay.
Forever never seems that long until you're grown. And notice that the day-by-day ruler can't be too wrong. Man, no one's going to stop me. I'm just going to keep reading Miss Jackson lyrics until someone stops me.
Man, they going for a long time because according to this...
What's this?
At space.com.
Oh.
It says that the sun has used up less than half of its hydrogen fuel, and it's been around for 4.6 billion years. So it has over 5 billion years left.
Oh, good.
Until it burns out.
No way the Earth lasts that long, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, and also Fallout 76...
Bethesda will, though.
Yeah.
Fallout 76 servers.
This is the interesting thing, though, is that on the franchise's online support, there can come a time when developers understandably choose to focus on newer titles that have more active player populations. Hines suggests that Bethesda may stop operating Fallout 76 if people stop playing. But again, he stressed that Bethesda's support for Fallout 6 aims to be never-ending. So you come on, you say, until the sun burns out, and then you backpedal and go, as long as people are playing. Like, what is wrong with you?
As long as the sun doesn't last 5 billion years.
I don't know. I hate this stuff because even if he didn't mean it, like, clearly some other quotes in here is that they clearly are under the concept that if nobody's playing the game, they're going to shut it down. But the problem is that you have fed the world this concept that you're never, and of course when you feed IGN and Kotaku and all these outlets, they're going to grab that headline and they're going to run with it, and your fan base and your haters are going to grab it and hold on to it forever. And then that day comes when you disappoint everyone, and the haters will come out and say, "We told you so. You didn't last 5 years." And your players will be like, "But you said you're going to leave it up," because you're going to have like the 5 people that still play Battleborn that like the day that the server goes down, they're going to be mad that Gearbox and 2K let them down.
I don't think anyone plays it anymore because the queue times are so bad.
But they have a fallout for this too. So in 5 years, when the servers go down, they could just be like, "Well, you guys didn't say anything about this in the beta when we asked you to tell us things that are wrong. So I mean, technically, it's your fault."
You're right. You're right.
Now, so before we move on to our last topic, I guess my last point about this is, in this age that we're moving where everything is a server-based game, like, yeah, maybe you have a disc for Destiny 2 or something, but realistically it's just a key to get onto the server, load your player, and play your game. It's so different nowadays than being able to grab a cartridge and play it anytime you want, no matter the situation. If you have internet access or not, you can play your game. And now we're moving into this concept again of, if you don't have internet connection, you don't have a game. Yet you paid $60 for it, and if that server goes away, you really have nothing but a disc. And I'm getting a face here.
I'm just looking at you.
Oh. I don't know. Anyways, so I mean, this comes back to that whole argument about ownership and just being able to, back in the day, being able to buy a game and keep that game for as long as you want, for as long as that cartridge worked or as long as that disc lasted, you could play the video game. And I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about Fallout 76, especially with the negative feedback it's already received? The lack of Bethesda coming out and saying, yeah, we're going to fix things right away, and just the idea that this game could die quicker than we anticipate, which could hurt this game long term, where you don't have a 5-year shelf life. Maybe this thing dies in 4 years, 3 years.
For me, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to buy this relatively near when it comes out, if not on release day. I'm going to play online. I'm going to enjoy it for my period of time that I'm going to enjoy it, and then I'm going to put it down and probably not play it anymore. But I could see the issue of people that are like that into WoW. So like if WoW shut down its servers, all of that stuff that you bought for World of Warcraft, you can't play. Like the server's down.
Yeah.
So you just can't play any of that money that you put into the game. So the servers, for them, legit have to stay up, or else there'd be this giant riot on their hands for people being like, well, then you owe us all this money back because we can't play these games that we paid for. So, I mean, I can kind of see, I guess, where Bethesda's coming, where they have to try to keep the servers up since this is a server-based game. But at the same time, for me as an individual gamer, I'm going to put my time into it early on, and then I'm probably going to put it down and not play it anymore. So I don't think the servers are going to die out in the life expectancy of when I'm going to play it. So
That's true. But you are going to be the cause of other people's pain.
potentially, I guess. Yeah, sorry in advance, everyone.
Tess, did you have a point you wanted to make?
Nope.
Okay. I'll ask you about your face later then.
I was just making a face.
I don't believe you.